The woman's body rested within the bathtub, her arms and legs hanging over the edges. The water had a pink tinge to it, the smell of strawberries wafting through the air. By her hand laid a damp book, and a purple rubber duck floated in the water. The body looked relatively normal. No blood, electric burns, or injuries synonymous with the struggle were apparent. Kloss bent down to have a closer inspection of the body. He could find no obvious signs of what had killed this lady. Aside from what appeared to be a fresh, small cut on her lower arm, she looked immaculate. In the corner, Chen restrained her husband, distraught and in tears. Something didn't feel right about this whole situation, but that was obviously why they were here.
Mr. Jones, walk me through this one more time. You say you filled the bath for your wife and left the bathroom. When you came back 5 minutes later, she was dead.
Yes, why do I have to go through this again? She's dead. I don't know what happened.
And why the surgical gloves?
The what? These? I didn't want the soap and bubbles on my hands. It's pink and oily. My OCD.
Chen turned back to look at Kloss, shrugging his shoulders. Sounds a bit like you.
All right, Mr. Jones, that's all for now. We'll need to take the evidence for a thorough investigation.
Chen called out to the agents. Bag and tag everything. Back to HQ.
Welcome back. Today I bring you SCP-6868, Bubbly Bobby the Rubber Ducky. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell.
Anything?
Not on the surface, no. Slight bruises to the left heel, very fresh, seems moments before death. Probably kicked the tub in her final moments. Same on her left wrist. Other than that, only this small incision on her lower arm.
Looks like a razor cut. Fresh?
Very.
Interesting. What else?
You'll like this. There's no blood in the body, or any other bodily fluids.
Exsanguinated?
Big word, Chen. Big word.
Shut it.
Not quite. She's full of liquid, just not bodily fluids. Everything's been turned into purified water.
Not a pleasant way to go.
No, not at all. Did you find anything else?
Just this note. Chen passed the note to Kloss.
I think we should speak with Lucius about this.
Hey, Professor. Need some input. Found this note at a potential crime scene. Mean anything to you? Lucius looked over the note.
Got a new prototype from work for you. I'm sorry, I haven't been there that much. Hopefully Bobby will keep you company while I'm gone. Love, Dad. Well, that begs the question.
Who's Bobby?
It begs the question. What is the item this note is referring to?
Not quite sure. We took a fair bit of evidence, but nothing seemed particularly odd.
Fine. Keep searching. But I will tell you one thing. This W? Definitely Dr. Wondertainment.
They looked at the items from the bathroom, now spread out on the table. They had been going through them all night. Nothing had appeared anomalous, but Kloss was sure it was here. I'm telling you, Doc, it's not here.
It has to be.
Well, we've been at it all night and nothing's happening.
It's here.
Fine, but this isn't working. Let's try something else.
Such as?
Take it all back. Back to the apartment. Let's go through it again on site with fresh eyes.
That's not a bad idea.
I'm not just good looks, Doc. There's brains up here, too. The agents finished putting all the objects back in their original positions. The photographs all matched up, minus the body of the woman.
Why do I have to be here for this?
I apologize. It'll only take a moment. Is this the way you remember it when you came back in?
Yes, it's the very same.
No, it's not. Fill the tub up with water. The agents opened the taps as Chen looked around the room, a look of confusion on his face.
What is it?
Chen looked at the husband. You said you ran the water and put on gloves because you didn't like the pink oily bubbles.
Yes, what of it?
So where's the bubble bath?
What?
How'd you make bubbles without any bubble bath?
You must have taken it or forgot it when you came back.
Impossible. What aren't you telling us? The man's eyes momentarily glanced across the room, then back at the floor. Chen turned his head in the direction the man's gaze had been. The rubber duck. Chen walked across the room and picked up the rubber duck. He looked back at the man, now refusing to meet his gaze. Chen knelt down by the tub and looked up at Kloss. He nodded his head. He slowly lowered his hand to the water and dropped the duck into the tub. For a moment, it seemed like nothing was happening. Then suddenly, pink bubbles started to form around the duck. They slowly grew larger and changed shape. They were becoming small ships, submarines, and even airplanes. The air started to smell sweet, of strawberries once again. As the bubbles took shape, they started to float and fly in the way the objects they replicated would have. Chen turned back to Kloss. Found it.
It's just a kid's toy. It makes bubbles and stuff. I forgot about it. We just bought it recently.
Oh, did you? From Mr. Wondertainment?
How?
Kloss stepped forward to the bathtub with a vial in his hand. He bent down and took a sample of the water.
Chen, how much you want to bet this water is purified now?
He took a TDS meter from his pocket and dipped it into the sample. He showed it to Chen. 0.00. Total dissolved solids. It was pure. The man dashed across the room to the basin. Grabbing a razor blade in his hand, he ran towards Kloss. Chen stepped in the way as the man slashed at his face. He deflected the first slash and caught his hand when he tried a second time. He stared at Chen with a wild look on his face. His eyes moved towards Chen's arm, a trickle of blood flowing down where he had cut him. A crazy smile crossed his face as he pulled Chen towards the bathtub. As both men started to fall into the tub, Kloss leaped into both of them, sending all three sprawling to the floor. Chen pinned the man to the floor as the agents came to take him away.
Lock him up, Chen. He murdered his wife.
Thanks for, keeping me dry?
You don't get it, Chen. I just saved your life.
I mean, I appreciate you blocking the tub, but a bit of water would hardly kill me. Kloss lifted Chen's bleeding arm into the air.
What happens when that rubber duck touches liquid? It purifies it.
SCP-6868 is an animate and sentient rubber duck toy which is 9 by 9.5 by 8 centimeters large. On its bottom, a stylized W has been printed in purple. SCP-6868 is able to maneuver itself slowly with small jumps. Since recovery, SCP-6868 has refused all attempts at communication, hopping away from any personnel attempting to come near it. It has been determined that SCP-6868 has haplophobia. Its main anomalous property is triggered upon physical contact with any liquid. SCP-6868 is able to transform liquid substances into purified water and pink soap bubbles. The bubbles then form small animate replicas of various types of ships, submarines, and airplanes, which then start to fly and sail autonomously. These bubbles are noted to be edible and taste similar to strawberries. The anomalous property is capable of converting liquid to purified water at a speed of 5 liters per second. This process is automatic, with SCP-6868 seemingly having no control over the effect. Once removed from the liquid, the conversion will immediately stop and all converted liquids show no further anomalous properties.
SCP-6868 is to be contained in a standard Animate Object Containment Unit at Site-228. All handling of SCP-6868 is to be performed while wearing gloves. SCP-6868 is not to be brought near any liquids. During routine text message surveillance, a series of texts, seemingly referring to an anomalous object, led to the discovery of SCP-6868 in Kloss Hertz's personal effects. An excerpt of text messages between Kloss Hertz and Otto Nebel has been included below.
Otto?
What's up?
Found a box on the side of the road. Remember opening that stuff at the warehouse?
Of course I do. You gonna open it?
You know it. Mystery box time. I hate these stupid scissors. I just cut my finger opening this.
Serves you right for stealing.
Hey, there could be anything in here.
It's probably some dude's mail. You're gonna feel like a horrible person. In 3, 2...
What? That's weird. The box is rattling.
Congrats. You just stole someone's pet snake.
Don't think so. There's no air holes. And it's a rubber duck and a note. Yikes.
Oh, It's verse you stole from a child.
Wait!
What?
Thing moves on its own. No batteries either. How?
He's kind of cute.
It's just hopping around on its own. Neat toy.
Send a video.
Look at this. I haven't touched it.
Your cat's gonna eat it.
He's fast. Okay, I've cornered him.
The door's locked. Could you let me in? Klaus.
You coming to the door? Klaus!
During the autopsy of Klaus Hertz, all bodily fluids were found to be purified water, with a large number of pink soap bubbles found inside Hertz's chest cavity. Then you can't find the answer to something. Take a step back, clear your head, and try thinking outside the box. You'll be surprised what comes to you. As always, have a care and remember to subscribe, like, and share, if you would. Until next time, farewell.